Naz. Mike's talking about how he thinks this middle of the ice on the power play is the perfect position for you. But when you first found out about that role, what did you think? Because it's something you hadn't done before.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really like it too much just because I'm so used to being on the outside and working the flanks. But I mean, like I said, our power play unit's been great, and I got guys that can find me in the middle of the ice, and I don't mind going near the net to finish off plays either. So it's worked out well for us, and hopefully it continues to do so.
So is that something where once you get used to it, you're like, hey, this is
yeah.
He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, once I put a few in the back of the net, and I didn't mind it so much after that. So like I said, I mean, we just got good guys around us too. They seem to always find the right place. So you do get some touches in the middle of the ice, whereas before I think I thought you didn't get as many. But like I said, I mean, whatever helps the team win, we're willing to do.
Are you surprised at all with how well balanced this club is in terms of special teams and what it has meant to the club's success?
Special teams has been huge for us for sure. I think both PK and PP are both in the top 5, so that's something we definitely said we wanted to from the beginning. We wanted to be in the top 10, let alone the top 5. So that definitely helps us, close games out, especially when we get a power play when we want to get back in the game or close the game out. It seems to be working, and our penalty kill has taken momentum away from teams countless times. So that's definitely been working in our favor.
When Babs put you on the wing with Austin after a PK, what are you looking to accomplish on those shifts usually?
Just really to get out there and get some touches on the puck. Obviously, we want to be heavy down low, and we want to create some offensive chances. But I think we've done a good job at still being reliable defensively and responsible. So I think the reason why we do that is just because some guys really don't get out. When we take minors, and especially when you string a few together, there's some guys waiting on the bench pretty cold. So we just want to get out there, get a shift, get our legs back under us, and hopefully provide some offense.
That goal you scored last night was at the end of a long shift with those guys. Were you feeling tired at that point? Or
yeah, no, I was actually okay, but we did get caught out there, and I think hadn't been for that ice, and there might have been a change. So thankfully that worked out in our favor. But two guys made great second effort plays to get me the puck, and I was just able to put it in the back of the net.
20 wins for Freddie Anderson at the halfway point. What's he meant to this team?
He's certainly been a catalyst for sure. He's held us in games, and there has been times in games where we've struggled, and he's kind of been the backbone for us, just making big saves in order just to give us some time to get our feet under us. So we're getting better as a team, but for him, he's been exceptional, and I only think he's going to get better.
A lot of young guys in this room cite you as someone that they look up to. How much have you enjoyed that leadership role?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, whatever I can do to help. Obviously, I want to be one of those guys that can be relied on, and they can come to me for whatever they need. So, like I said, I mean, I've been in Toronto for a long time, and I've been with this team from the start. So I've seen a lot of stuff happen, and whatever I can do to pave the path for the young kids, I'm going to.
6.5% shooting percentage we mentioned it last year, where you just seemed like the puck wouldn't go in for you. Now this year, you're at a career high, matched a career high midpoint. How different does this year feel from last year?
Yeah, it's certainly less frustrating. I mean, just because you're getting the bounces, and that you've worked so hard for something, and you put in a lot of work ethic. Sometimes when it doesn't go your way, you start to doubt some of the things you've done. So luckily, in my case, that hasn't happened because so far we've been pretty successful. So I'm just going to keep at it. Like I said, from even the start of last year, I'm going to continue to work hard and stick with the process, no matter if it's working or not, because I know in the end, good things are going to happen.
Are you surprised how much attention your cat is getting?
Yeah, she seems to be a focal point for sure. But that was just something fun that we started, and it kind of took off. So I mean, it's not a bad thing, her getting a little bit of attention,
Some of your teammates are saying they refuse to follow her on Instagram. Are you getting chirped a lot about this?
No, not really. I think, I think it'd be a good follow if you have already hopped on the bandwagon. So if you want some entertainment, go for it.
A London cat or a local cat?
It is a local cat. She's a local rescue, and I just had an instant chemistry with her, so I figured I'd, throw her in a box and take her home.
Now, as you mentioned, you had a wall, or the 100th goal puck was going to go on a wall somewhere. What sort of, what do you keep? Like, you see a lot of interesting people, you travel a lot as part of a professional hockey player. What sort of mementos will that puck be joining?
A lot. I mean, through your careers, you collect, obviously, tons of memorabilia from whether it's national games or just sticks from other players or first goal pucks or anything like that. medals, trophies, whatever. It's definitely going to be in that category. But I think that milestone's definitely special for me, just because it's been with the Toronto Maple Leafs from day one, and I never stopped believing in this team, and they never stopped believing in me. So it's nice to contribute for them.
At one stage, you were one of the few number one picks on the team. Now you have two teammates who are fighting for the rookie leading scoring. How does that affect the overall picture for this team?
It's exciting to watch. I mean, obviously to see these guys grow and to see how good they are at such a young age, and it's going to be fun to see how much better they're going to get. So obviously that title, I know it probably means more to the people on the outside than it does in this dressing room, because we're like we said, we're a tight group. We want everyone to be happy and be successful, and at the end of the day, when the team finds success, individuals find success as well.
Look at a guy like Mitch coming out of junior, trying to be more of a shooter instead of a passer. How hard was it for you coming out of junior to break some of those habits that were successful there but don't necessarily translate as much in the NHL?
Oh, it's hard to begin with. I mean, I think Mitch he's a pretty smart hockey player, and he certainly understands pretty well and pretty quickly. So I think he'll get the hang of it. But it is tough to make that transition, to find out what works in junior and what doesn't in a professional league. But he's got good players he's playing with that can help him every step of the way. And like I said, he's a quick learner.